Well, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. In particularly today, I wanted to talk to you about the process. What is it? What does it do for a team? How can it hurt a team if you don't have one? Okay, basically. So that's what I want to talk to you guys tonight. And any more these days when you see a coach being interviewed after they just won the big game, they want to talk about the process. What did it take to get the team from the bottom pits of where they were to at the end of the season? Now they're holding the trophy as champions. Okay, so what was that process? And a lot of coaches like to talk about it. I think it's very important that as leaders we do that as well at the office. But before I get into that, kind of want to illustrate a couple of things before we get into that process. Um, the first thing I'll talk about is a story. I got it out of this book that I got a long time ago. It's called The Pep Talk. Not getting paid for this. I just like to share a lot of knowledge with you leaders out there watching this video, this channel. If you are a coach or a leader of any kind, you definitely get that book. In that book, and particularly, there was a story that I fell in love with. It was a story about a little boy who was born without a left arm. So he only had a right arm. And he after school, had to walk home every day because his mom was at work and could not pick him up. But every day as he walked home, he would pass by a building where they were teaching judo, karate. So as you can imagine, as a little boy, he would stop, look through the glass, see what they were doing. He was very intrigued by it. So as mom came home from work every night, this little boy was, begging, please let me go. I want to join. I want to be a student. Okay, I want to participate in what they do there. And eventually, reluctantly, the mom gave in and said, fine. Okay, so you can imagine she was reluctant. She did not want her boy to get hurt. After all, he did not have a left arm. And so they introduced themselves one day, went up there, and the mom asked the instructor, the sensei, if her son, who had a defect, could join the class. And the instructor, without hesitating, is like, yeah, sure, we'll take him. Come on in. Welcome. So to their surprise, the next day or so, he was there. He was in class. And the very first thing that the instructor wanted to do with this boy was get him to the side, pull him to the side. He says, I'm going to teach you this one move. I want you to master this one move. And so the boy did. He went home, practiced it every night. Lo and behold, about a month or two later, there was a tournament. If you are in this dojo, if you are a student under this instructor, you had to compete. So reluctantly, he was entered. Okay, mom was nervous. Okay, I think everybody was nervous. But to everybody's surprise, in the first match, he won. Not only did he win the first match, he won the second match. Not only did he win the second match, he won the third. And that third win got him to the championship round. Before that round started, the referee went up to the instructor and really suggested that he not let his student compete. After all, his opponent was about to be a returning champion. He was very brutal to his opponents. He was a brute, okay? He was just beating up on his opponents. And he didn't, as a referee, did not want this boy to get hurt. And so the instructor, after hearing what the referee had to say, the instructor said, he's gotten this far, he's going to fight. He has to fight. To everybody's surprise, the boy won. Okay? On the way home, the boy was looking at the instructor as he was holding his trophy, and he had this look, he had this thought. He finally asked his instructor, What was it that made you think that I could have won not a match, but the whole tournament? I could have been hurt. I only got a right arm. You only taught me one move. What was it that made you think that I could have won? And the instructor said it was very simple. That move that I told you to master. The only defense for it is that your opponent had to grab your left arm. That was the only way to defeat you. That was the only defense. He had to grab your left arm. And because you couldn't, you won. So there was a process there, right? The student had to believe in it, all right? The other example that I might be able to share with you is me personally. When I went to boot camp, San Diego, very first time I went to Chow Hall, they ask you if you're left-handed or right-handed. So I'm right-handed. So they put us all in line, okay, to give us our drink. They told us to extend our right arm because I'm right-handed. They put my drink in my right hand. They told me to put my drink against my chest and to cover my drink with my other hand. Okay? So as a recruit, you don't ask questions. You just told what you're told. You just do what you're told to do. Okay? You do not ask questions. So again, over and over and over, 3 times a day, going to chow. Right hand out. Drink in my right hand. Drink against the chest. Left hand over the cup. I'm sitting here thinking the reason why I'm doing this is so I won't spill a drop on my drill instructor's uniform. God help you if you ever drop or spill a drop your drink on the drill instructor's uniform. It's not going to be a good day for you as a recruit. All right. So I didn't ask any questions. A few weeks later, we went to Camp Pendleton out there in the range to learn how to shoot weapons, how to handle some explosive ordinances. And lo and behold, what do you think what happened? Right-handed. I put my right hand out and they put this in my hand. Okay? Then they told me to put it against my chest, covered with my other hand, just like I did that cup at Chow Hall. All right? Why? Why did they do that with a grenade? Why did they teach us to do that? Because this little thing right here, the pin, you do not want to mess with it until you're ready to throw this grenade, okay? Now, this grenade is fake, okay? You can buy these at your local Army Navy store. I think this may have been something what they used in World War I, okay? Almost 100 years ago, a pineapple grenade. But the process was Chow Hall with a cup, put it against your chest. We went to the range, put the grenade against your chest. Now you got control over that explosive device and you won't hurt yourself, okay? So there was a process there and I didn't ask questions, but eventually what I learned is by holding that cup and having control over that cup, I was gonna have control of that grenade. At the office, what is the process that you have at the office? Do you even have any, okay? If you don't, why not? Okay, you gotta have something. And then if you do, does everybody on the team understand the process? And then do they believe in it? And after a while, you have to evaluate that process. Is it working? If it's not, you got to make some changes, okay? So do they trust in you? Are you asking for ideas as you develop this process for your team? At the office, you kind of want to get some input from your followers, your teammates, your employees, your staff. Your idea as a leader sometimes is not the best idea, okay? It can't be. My philosophy has always been, if I'm the only one throwing out ideas as a leader, eventually it's going to come a my way or the highway atmosphere, and that's no fun, okay? Sometimes, guys, leaders, you need to leave your ego in the parking lot, okay? There's no room for that at the office. There's no room for ego on the team or any team that wants to be successful. But ask your followers, ask your team what their ideas are. I promise you, they got some good ones, okay? They have to have some good ones. I'm always excited when I bring in a new teammate on the office because they come from another environment, and I want to know what was working for them when they were on another team. Maybe it's going to work on our team, and that could help our process here at the office that we're at and help us be successful. You got to evaluate that process on a daily basis as much as you can. See if it's working. It's not working, make some changes. Okay, on an NFL game or a football game, that's what halftime is for. Evaluate the first half. If whatever is not working, make changes. See what you can do the second half to fix it. But you got to have a process. Somebody once told me a long time ago, no champion ever won by accident. Okay, they won because they believed in the system, they believed in the coach or the leader, and they believed in each other as a team. So I hope that that's happening for you guys at the office. Figure out together as a team when you go, next time you meet, what is that process? Come up with one, okay? And then see if it works for you guys. It's still early in the year. It's barely 2026. It's still February. Still got plenty of time to come up with a process so y'all can win at the end of the year and y'all can meet your goals that you need to meet as a team, as a department, whether it be the front desk, your techs, your pre-testers before the eye exam, your opticians, okay, the doctors, okay. When you have your team meetings, whether it's a week, a month, a quarter, whatever the case may be, talk about that process. Okay, what is it? All right, figure it out, and hopefully everybody's on the same page. So I hope this little video, short video, helped you out. Very important that you have a process, and hopefully the next time I'll have another topic for you that will help you guys as a team at the office or in the industry. If you're watching this video, it doesn't have to be in the optometric industry. That's where I come from, that I've been in for years. So I hope this video helped you out as a leader, as a team, and then hopefully the next time I have another good topic for you guys that can help you be successful there at the office that you are at. So until next time, leaders, I'll see you at the front, and Marines, Semper Fidelis.